a beautiful combination and amalgamation of a healthy body, a very serene mind, and a beautiful soul. अगर आप इनका करियर देखिए इतने सालों तक तो आपको रियलाइज होगा she truly has nerves of steel and a very strong willpower and a very peaceful mind to sail through so many years in an industry which really tests your patience. And Hannah, I'm talking about Shilpa Shetty and she's right here. Hi Shilpa, you look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction, Atika. You look lovely yourself.
We are twinning. और कितना अच्छा मौसम है बाहर. It's beautiful.
I know, बारिश हो रही है.
Yeah. So I went through the trailer of Hangama 2 and I went through the song and the old one and the new one.
Oh God. You know, this old one, why is everybody going back to the old song? Everyone that I speak to, they're like, you know, we saw this song and then we saw the old song. I'm like, अच्छा वो old वाले के views ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएंगे.
Yeah. Age is just a number though. 50s is the new 40s, 40s is the new 30s and 30s is the new 20s. And आप किसी को भी मैं आपकी तस्वीर दिखाऊं, किसी बच्चे को दिखाऊं, किसी बड़े को दिखाऊं, वो ये नहीं बता सकता कि एज क्या है. And with that soulful smile that you always have on your face and in your interviews also you often say कि मैं अपनी एक छोटी सी खूबसूरत दुनिया में रहती हूँ और बाहर की नेगेटिविटी ना तो मैं अंदर आने देती हूँ और ना ही मेरी तरफ से बाहर की दुनिया को कोई नेगेटिविटी जाती है. That's a very unique space to be in. Tell me the art of staying relevant. Time has passed and you know years have gone by. You look the same. I think you feel the same. And I see the same person. हर 5 साल पे आपको देखती हूँ आप वैसी नजर आती हैं. What is this art of staying relevant and happy and unperturbed by the world?
See, you don't have control over your surroundings and what's to happen to you. What you have control over is yourself and your mind. So when you have control on that, you are able to change your reaction and I think whatever be the action, if your reaction is positive, everything will seem fine. And that really is where I come from. So changes will be constant, it will be consistent, and you have to endure and embrace the changes around you. So while you rightly said that I'm really doing a lot of things, I'm on a lot of social media platforms, I try to remain relevant because that's what works in today's time and age. And not today, I think I started doing stuff on Instagram, I think some 7 years ago or 6 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And that again was for the lark. I mean, our generation of actors really, we don't really care about social media because I mean, we've been around and people love us for what we do, not because of what we post. And it was my then she was 12 years old, my niece in London, that said to me, you know, Shilpa Mami, you're not cool if you're not on Insta. And it was she who downloaded the app and you know she put me onto it. And then from there on I was like, you know, मैं करूँ क्या इसके साथ मैं डालूँ क्या? She said you just have to post pictures of you and just look cool and just tell people where you are. People don't know, you know, what you're doing. And I wasn't doing movies. So it started from there. She put it in my head and I was trying to impress her. She was 12. Today she's 18. And when she sends me a message and she says, when we touch 20 million, she sent me a message and she was like, Shilpa Mami, I'm so proud of you. You make me so proud that you're not just on Insta, you're acing it. I mean, she sent this to me. So for me, she set that benchmark, you know, and I realized that the people who are the people I'm garnering to are, you know, the millennials. So I'm not going to put stuff that is not going to be interesting for them. So whatever I do on my social media handles is 70% trying to be inspiring without being preachy. At the same time, doing stuff that I love to do, that I'm passionate about, and I walk the talk. And it's kind of informative in a way that people want to know how I live, what I do. but I still draw that little bit of a line somewhere. But I let them come into my space because I want them to know that if I can do it, being so busy, and if I can maintain myself and my health and my nutrition and my overall wellness, so can they. Especially in times like this, in distressing times, where
Yeah.
people really need some sense of direction. They're so
Mm.
low and upset. I try to connect with people through this medium in a way that I can't explain. Like I put something on my Insta stories every day, which is like a daily something that I read every day. It's like a
Nice.
quote. And there's so many people who send me DMs saying that this is something that I really wanted to hear. Maybe I'm connected. Maybe I
Yeah.
was meant to do this. So even though I can't reach out to them physically, I feel through this medium, I'm able to reach out to them. Then even
Yeah.
this the YouTube channel, I started cooking on YouTube, and people
Yeah.
laughed at me like, "Hey, you're such a big actor. Why do you
I
need to go
tried a dish.
and cook?" So I was like, guys, I'm doing it because I really want people to know that they have to start eating healthy. They're eating out of packets,
Yeah.
packaged foods. They're eating junk food. So I'm going to show them simple recipes, and it really
Mm.
was for the lark.
Yeah.
Um, and my YouTube channel, we got the golden button. I was like jumping. I was like, whoa, how the hell did that
Yeah.
happen? And
Okay.
I don't do it for fame or anything. Yeah, I just do it because I feel that is my connect with
Yeah.
people, and people have always shown me so much love
Yeah.
that that is why you feel I'm relevant today,
Yeah.
because it is they who have made me relevant.
And then
You know,
after all, you're a Shetty. You have to be a businesswoman.
yeah. So then I had to transition into different things. I mean, from the health and wellness, I said, अभी खाना भी तो कहीं पे लोगों को जाके खाना चाहिए.
Right. But
उड़पी
you know,
रेस्टोरेंट नहीं, मैं Bastion खोलूंगी. So we did this whole. I love the restaurant, and we partnered with Ranjit, and people don't go there because Shilpa Shetty and Raj Kundra are partners. People go there because the food is good, and I really feel that in anything that you do, there has to be passion and there has to be integrity, and that's why I have done whatever I've done in my life. People believe in me because they know that Shilpa will not put her name to something if she doesn't believe in it.
yeah.
So
Right.
that is to create that brand and to resonate with something like that
Mm.
takes a lot of saying no to.
The way you look has added a lot to the person that you are on screen. I see you as a judge, I see you as an actor, I see you with Mizan Jafri, who's like 25 to 30-year-old, and you look at par with him. How do you really think that a woman must work on her looks, how she appears on screen and just to people, and that really adds to her personality?
Um, I think more than the looks, people see the soul, and we're dealing with very smart audiences today.
Mm.
Uh, I've never really paid too much attention to just the looks. I really believe in staying healthy and fit, and I
Mm.
think the fitness, the byproduct of that is obviously you glow, and
Absolutely.
um, you look well maintained and whatever.
Mm.
So yes, I have always, as an actor and as a person, paid a lot
Mm.
of attention to health and fitness. And
Yeah.
you're in the beauty business. You're in the industry where you are
Yeah.
selling. You know, you're selling
Your own
you.
persona.
It
Yeah.
has to be a combined package. Nobody wants to see someone who is not so well turned out.
Yeah, you're right.
So yes, it is an important aspect.
You're working with producers that you have worked with and have been your contemporaries for a really long time. ये जो सफर आपका इस इंडस्ट्री में रहा है, ये फ्रेंडशिप्स, अच्छी फ्रेंडशिप्स के रहते ही रह सकता है. अगर आप एंटागनाइज करेंगे लोगों को या आपके दोस्तों से ज्यादा दुश्मन होंगे, शायद यहाँ रहना भी मुश्किल हो जाता है. And apart from yourself, there are so many of your contemporaries, female actresses, probably who have faded out, who are not even there in the race. Let's not call it a race, who are not there at all. What do you think the friendship aspect and the good relationships in the industries have got to do with an actor's career with regards to your a film that is coming up?
I think today we're living in an era where more than friendship, I think it's content that is king. And if an
Hmm.
actor fits the part, uh, they will cast you. But talking about friendships and relationships, yes, I have been introduced in the industry by these makers. Ratanji played a big hand. He's given me some of my biggest hits. But at the end of it all, if I didn't fit the part, I don't think it would have come to me. So while all of that is important, attitude definitely plays a very important part in the industry. लोग थोड़े से मीडियोकर एक्टर को माफ भी कर देंगे, मेकर्स माफ कर देंगे, लेकिन ऑडियंसेस अभी ऐसे हैं कि you have to please them.
Yes.
So if you're a good actor, if you're able to deliver, I think your idiosyncrasies will be also,
Pardoned.
I think, pardoned, exactly. So it really works both ways. It depends on how much आपका पलड़ा कहाँ पे ज्यादा भारी है. या तो आप बहुत कमाल के एक्टर हैं कि आपके idiosyncrasies माफ किए जा सकते हैं, या तो आप बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं और आप परफॉर्म भी कर लेते हैं. तो कहीं मैं बीच में हूँ अटकी हुई.
No, you're very good on screen, and we're seeing you on screen after a really long time, Shilpa. आपने एक बहुत लंबा break लिया था, probably because you started very young, and that is something all actresses go through. We have Neetu ji who went through the same phase, जिन्होंने बहुत शुरुआत में सफर का आरंभ कर दिया होता था. ये जो इतने साल आपने गुजारे बिना screen पर रहे, I mean you were there on the screen but not there as an actress or as a performer in the cinematic stage that I talk about. What was your mindset as an actor? Did you feel कि मैं क्या होगा, ये future क्या है? Have I made the right choice?
Not at all. I mean, it was a self-imposed sabbatical. I've said yes to the movies after 14 years. I was very clear that once I got married, I wanted to give more time to my son, my husband. So I'd done it for 15 years, and I thought, I didn't think it would take me so long, but then you can't plan certain things. And my first film was supposed to be Nikamma. That didn't happen. That didn't get released. They don't want to release the film on OTT yet. So they'll wait for a theatrical. But Ratanji then decided, I had signed both the films together.
Okay.
And this film, they decided to put it on OTT, and I think it's the best course forward, because how long can one wait? We don't know where it's going. So I really think that you can't plan certain things. So it was the right time. The films that were being offered to me weren't interesting enough for me to take up, to want to leave home, to leave my child. Now I have 2 children, and I have the luxury of being able to pick and choose what I want to do. The parts that are being offered as an actress today is rather welcoming compared to back in the day. So there are a lot of these factors that have kicked in, and times have changed. So
And lastly, 90s के लोग भी जानते हैं आपको इसी गाने के साथ, और आज के बच्चे भी जानेंगे आपको इसी गाने के साथ. You have your husband who's from a different era, and you have your son who's from a different era. Both of them would have seen the song. दोनों का reaction क्या था? Particularly, I want to know about your son's reaction.
The reason I actually started working is because my son insisted that I worked, and it's heartening to know that my son hasn't watched any of my movies, because I left at a time where there are very few of my films on OTT, and he couldn't see, I couldn't introduce him to any of my movies. So the only film he has really watched is Bazigar and Main Khiladi To Na Diya. I feel Life in a Metro, I still can't introduce him to cinema like that. He's too young for it. So he had seen Chura Ke Dil Mera, and now he's doing the steps. So for me, it's very heartening to see my son being introduced to the actor Shilpa Shetty. My husband's very, very proud of whatever I'm doing, and it's because of him that I'm able to do so much. I'm dabbling with so many things. And it's with his support. So I want to do stuff that I can show my kids. So that's why I choose the roles like that. So that will always be there at the back of my head, that I want to cater to this generation. I want to cater to making my children happy now. And I want to show them this side of me.
It's great to have a gorgeous mother who can cook at home and go out and pack a punch at work, isn't it? That's the new mother of 21st century.
Totally, totally.
Great. Chura Ke Dil Mera, and lots more other songs coming your way. Lot of good work coming your way. My best wishes to you, Shilpa. You're a gorgeous person and always excellent. Keep smiling.
Thank you, Atika. Thank you so very much. Very kind of you.